What is up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again. Guys, we have one of the most random Busch Series diecasts in history. 2004's Tony Stewart McDonald's Powerade number 92 car that he drove, I believe, for KHI, or Kevin Harvick Incorporated. One of the most random Busch Series cars ever. Let's do the diecast review. Alright, fellas, I would normally say it is brand new, but clearly this diecast particularly has been used. You can see the Goodyear lettering it's seen a few diecast races, I'm assuming, in its history. I got this car used, and this is one of the most random Busch Series cars I have ever seen. I think it's the only time in Tony Stewart's career that he ever drove the 92 car. I could be tripping on that, but he drove the 81, the 29, and the 92 in 2004. He drove this car at Atlanta in the fall race, I believe. And what a cool looking paint scheme. It's not 100% accurate to the real car, which is a little bit of a shame. This was probably a paint scheme that, if I had to guess, was released early in 2004, probably with a big partnership with McDonald'S, Powerade, because Kevin Harvick had a Powerade car as well. So with the race being ran, I think, early November of 2004, maybe late October, give or take, it was at Atlanta. There's a lot of time between race number 1 and race 32, give or take, for the paint scheme to actually hit the track. Naturally, there's going to be some differences. The first most obvious one might be is the bow tie on the hood is actually white on the real car. It is around the diecast. The side portions are definitely different. The roof number font is actually going forward, not backwards. So it's a reverse of that. So yeah, it's definitely inaccurate, but regardless, if you have, a diecast collection, this is one of them you should absolutely have in. It's a pretty common car, so that's always good. Got McDonald's right there on the hood. The whole paint scheme is pretty simple, but the red portions of the diecast have kind of a texture stripe to it. If you look closely, it's not really present on the front, but you can see on the back end of the car, definitely some texture there. For the front of the diecast, you have the McDonald's arches there. Monte Carlo, I like the yellow Monte Carlo, that looks cool. 92, Clevite, Comp, Edelbrock, Sunoco, Kevin Harvick Incorporated. Go to the left side of the diecast. Beautiful number font. I love that. It's the Kevin Harvick font, but it's upside down, so it's the 92 instead of the 29. Kevin Harvick's was the 92, so it's kind of cool. A reverse, if you will, of both the numbers. This one almost looks like a raced version because it has seen some diecast racing. You can see right here on the left side panel, got some damage. You got some damage there. There's a little bit on the rear of the car as well. Looks like to be like a puncture on the gas insert. That is kind of interesting. You have Powerade right there, Powerade NASCAR, whatever those two decals there on the bottom right rear of the door. 92. You have the Bootleg Pole Award as well as the Busch Award. It's a winter circle diecast, so naturally it's not going to exactly have the Busch logos. But if you look back in the mid-2000s and a little bit of the early 2000s, Tony Stewart ran so many Busch races for random numbers. I mean, he drove the 8 car, the 81, the 29, the 92. He drove, the 19 car as well. Probably some other ones as well. He was just all over the place in the Busch Series. But hey, he's Tony Stewart. Why not? A lot of sponsors liked him. With the back of the car here. Now, this, I'm not really sure what happened, but it looks like maybe some of the decal got peeled off for some tape. I have no idea, but it looks like a raced version nonetheless. Got the McDonald's logo there, and I'm loving it. Go to the right side of the diecast, and the main portion of the car that is really, unrealistic to the real car. Obviously, we touched on the roof, and we mentioned the hood bow tie decal, but it's this portion right here. The M is a lot larger, and then you have kind of this whoosh design. This one goes further back on the real car, so that was something that was very common back in the 2000s. A lot of people say the 2000s were the peak of NASCAR, and I think statistically speaking that's true. But in terms of the diecast, a ton of them were inaccurate to the real car. If you look at the cars that are produced nowadays, they're actually way more accurate because they're released so late. By the time they're actually produced, the car is already ran on the racetrack. So they're able to verbatim make it pretty much exactly how it's actually ran. Even the pre-orders. Like, sometimes the cars don't even get a pre-order out until they've already hit the racetrack. So by the time they have the pre-order and all that good stuff out, well, everything about the car, the paint scheme, is verbatim the exact same as it was on the racetrack. But back in the 2000s, this is an era where they would have cars made months, maybe even a year in advance before the car even hit the racetrack. A lot of time in between that, which means they're going to have some discrepancies in the paint scheme. Now you got McDonald's Powerade right there, drive-through pit championship. I'm not really sure what that's all about. Was that Benny Parsons' pit stop challenge thing on the NBC/TNT side, or was that something else? I'm not really sure. But regardless, one of the coolest paint schemes from 2004, in my opinion, because it's just so random. You know, it's not the best looking race car ever, but it's so random that I think if you had a Busch Series collection, this would be perfect for it. It's a unique number. I can't even remember another number 92 number diecast in the NASCAR Busch Series history. I think they're releasing a number 91 car for 2024, which I think is Kyle Weatherman. But you look throughout NASCAR history, I can't remember the last time they had a number 92 car in the Busch Series. You have the Stacey Compton car and the Dave Blaney car, which I think was number 92 in the early 2000s. I think it was 01 with, I can't remember the team name, but it was one of the Dodge teams. The new Dodge program came out in 2001. They were part of it. It was like Stacey Compton's team, Dave Blaney, something like that. But in terms of the Busch Series history, I can't remember the last time one of these got produced. So thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And for all your new diecast purchases, make sure to tap it over there to Circle B Diecast. Use promo code Diecastbuffet. You can save on shipping. Any orders $30 or more. Make sure to tap in with that. I'm surprised they never made a 2-pack set because they're kind of like a companion car, so to speak. The promotion and whatnot. So I'm kind of surprised I never made a 2-pack set. I actually have the Kevin Harvick car as well. It's a fantastic group of paint schemes. That is all for now. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a blessed one. Diecastbuffet signing off.